Welcome to this detailed and complete version of Princess Dama's story. This series is comprised of 10 episodes, covering everything from the description of Dama's kingdom to the abduction of her father, the king, Dama's challenges in being accepted as regent, her governance, her battles, and the liberation of her father. Chapter 1. Introduction. The Kingdom of Sudania before the storm. In the heart of ancient lands, where mountains embrace the sky and rivers sing praises of times long gone, lies the Kingdom of Sudania, a land of majestic beauty, enveloped in dense forests and vast golden meadows. Sudania was the jewel of the continent, renowned for its cultural wealth and plentiful resources. Despite the storms of history, the kingdom had managed to maintain a fragile peace, orchestrated by King Edric, a just and beloved ruler. King Edric, a man of average stature with eyes sparkling with intelligence and compassion, had ascended the throne in his youth and had since steered the kingdom with wisdom and foresight. By his side, Queen Lysandra, a woman of ethereal beauty and sharp intellect, shared the responsibilities of the throne, while tenderly caring for their only child, Princess Dama. Princess Dama, at the age of 14, already possessed the glow of royalty and the promise of greatness. With hair as black as raven wings and deep, thoughtful eyes, she had inherited her mother's sharp mind and her father's compassion. Dama was adored by the people for her generosity and keen spirit, often seen among the inhabitants, learning their arts and listening to their stories. Yet behind this facade of tranquility, tensions were brewing. Sudania shared its border with Vardalia, a less prosperous but militarily ambitious kingdom. Relations between Sudania and Vardalia had always been marked by mistrust and resentment, fueled by decades of territorial disputes and deep cultural differences. Vardalia, led by King Armand, a man with a stern gaze and ruthless strategy, coveted the fertile lands and rich mines of Sudania. In recent years, minor incidents had escalated into open confrontations. Merchants from Sudania crossing the border often returned with tales of harassment and brigandage, and border patrols reported increasingly violent skirmishes. Preferring diplomacy to confrontation, King Edric had tried to defuse the situation by sending emissaries to Vardalia's court, but his peace offerings were often met with coldness or scorn. As a new summer dawned, with the kingdom preparing for the annual harvest festival, troubling rumors began to circulate. Scouts reported that Vardalian troops, more numerous than ever, were massing near the border. Aware of the dangers, King Edric decided on a risky but necessary meeting with King Armand, hoping that a direct confrontation could avert war. The night before his departure, in the quiet of the throne room, King Edric had a long conversation with Princess Dama. He spoke to her about the responsibilities of a sovereign, the sacrifices for peace, and his unwavering love for his people. He entrusted her that, should his absence be prolonged, she must observe, learn, and if necessary, lead with wisdom. Each stone that builds this kingdom rests on the heart of those who serve it, he said, placing his hand on her shoulder. And one day, my dear Dama, perhaps you will need to be that heart. With these words etched in her mind, Dama watched her father leave at dawn, not knowing it would be the last time she'd see him before the doors of fate closed behind him. The kingdom of Sudania, often lulled by songs of peace, stood on the eve of a trial that could reveal the true mettle of its leaders and the courage of its young princess. The next episode, The Capture of the King, will unveil the circumstances of this fateful disappearance and the initial challenges that await Princess Dama as the fate of the kingdom rests in her hands. Stay tuned to find out how she faces these trials and what the future holds for Sudania.